Hi everybody. This video will be the chakra points and pressure points on your arms and main body. I won't be showing all of them, I'll be showing just the basics, the ones you'll usually target. So, I guess let's get started. First I'm going to be showing on your arm, just your forearms at first, and then I'll do upper arm, and then you get the point. So first, this is one that's like the most basic. You're probably not going to target it often, but it's good to know. If you look at your wrist here, you'll see if you like bend your hand like this, you'll notice that a tendon pops up right where it fades out and you can't really see it popping up as much anymore. About right there. It's generally about 5 inches past your hand, but you target right on top of that tendon. Usually you'll strike this with the 5 finger. So this is a lot of fun to just play with, honestly. You hit it right there, it takes about probably 2 seconds and then you start feeling it. You lose some control of your hand and it gets a lot harder to move, and it kind of hurts, but it's not the most painful thing. Try it out and you'll see. So there's the first one, and then if you go up or towards the top of your arm about 2 inches, 2.5 inches, and then you move up like 1/4 of an inch. Just like press around a little bit with your finger and you'll feel like a spot that hurts a little bit more to hit. There's a pressure point, chakra point at the same time. Hit that one as well. That makes your thumb harder to use. As well, if you cut the chakra line, it'll... you get the point. Pretty much do the same thing, but energetically, so it'll last a lot longer. Okay, so you've got that one and that one. You've also got one at the base of the wrist. It's right next to that tendon. If you get the tendon and then go down, like that, you'll feel a little spot where there's like a thinner tendon and a vein. There's one right there. Most of the ones on the forearms you'll never target except for in one technique that you probably saw in the other video. So you've got those. Those are just the basics for the mid arm, as well as if you get your arm and you put it in this position like you're doing a punch. Zoom in on that and you see how there's like a muscle here and then an indent and then another muscle. Right in between those, like just kind of press around, you'll find one spot that's softer. That's the spot you want to hit. You can hit it with pretty much any strike, besides the palm obviously, but that'll work. So then the top is almost exactly the same. There's one right in the center of the top of your wrist, right past where the bone is. You'll feel a soft spot right there. It's just like a thin muscle. Thin muscles are generally pressure points. Then if you go up, you just like press your fingers in with some pressure. And once there's another muscle that pops up right there, right between that muscle and the thin muscle, there's another one. Hit there. So those are the two basics for the top of your arm, here and right there. Alright, so just feel around, get those memorized. You'll learn to be able to just see them on people. If you have like good imagination and stuff, you're able to like look at the person and just see where all the chakra and or pressure points are. You'll get to memorize them, and if you practice it, you'll get good enough to be able to target them in actual combat. So there's your main arm. You got this part of your arm. Literally, it's between all the muscles, like between your bicep and tricep. You got a soft muscle that connects with the bone. There's one. It's actually hits a nerve that if you hit it right, you'll feel a little shot go all the way to your thumb. So then, also between your bicep and I can't remember what it's called, your shoulder muscle, right here. Between your tricep and shoulder muscle, just feel around. You'll find those ones. They're harder to explain. Then also on the inside bottom of your tricep, do that with your fingers, and you'll feel like tendons and stuff. Anywhere on the inside of your bicep is a target, and that'll be like kind of like your funny bone. Funny bone is not a pressure point. It's just tapping nerves together, basically. That's all it does. So now main body. Main body is hard to see with this shirt, but I'll do what I can. So basically, okay, if you go to the bottom and you, let me move this. If you go to the bottom of your rib cage, like just feel that on the side, and then you count the ribs, just feeling them. About your third rib up, between your third and fourth rib, there's a bigger space, a large one. Anywhere in that gap is a pressure point, as well as chakra point. Well, right in the center of that gap, the one where it hurts the most, is your chakra point. The rest of it's pressure points. Go up to between your fifth and sixth, same thing. And between your 8th and 9th, that one's harder to target unless their arms lifted up, which it generally would be. Let's say they like do a punch, you're able to come in and strike that spot. Again though, the only one I suggest actually hitting for fun is the one with your tendon arm. So pretty much between any muscles, just like I showed on your arm, like if between ab muscles, between abdomen muscles, right on the bottom of any rib is a pressure point. Your sternum is a pressure point, right where your ribs come together, and there's that solid part of bone right here. Kind of ironic that I got that kind of shirt on. But right there, let's say just on the shirt, you see how there's the part where it separates, kind of, like the bones all come together. Right under that, there's a pressure and chakra point. You also have the part where your throat, everyone knows this one, your collarbone comes together. You hit right there. It's obviously a pressure point, cuts off the windpipe, as well as the chakra point. Your neck, if you're using neck ones, right in the center, like where a guy has an Adam's apple. Right on the side, if you go, you'll feel your jugular vein. Feel right in the front of that, between your windpipe and your jugular vein. Anywhere along there is a chakra line, as well as pressure points. If you get your collarbone, you go right between it and this muscle, this like between your neck and shoulder muscle. You can push down, and there's a nerve in there. It's a pressure point and a chakra point, right? Like you'll find it's just like the place your fingers naturally touch. Right there, you just automatically, right there, whatever. So you've also got right where your hip bone is. If you go, like if you find the tip of your hip bone and you move back until you find muscle and bone touching, right between those is a chakra and pressure point. Also, if you go up, like right to there, kind of hard to see, but right to there, also a chakra point, pressure point. You just feel around. Most of the pressure points are also chakra points. So if there's a pressure point, there's likely a chakra point there. It's not just pressure points aren't just places that you press on that hurt. It's like cutting off nerves or just pinching them off, hitting a nerve that's not protected by a muscle or bone, stuff like that. And chakra points are generally on those. So those are the basics. I guess you can get it memorized, and that's probably going to help. Also, the palm, if you're using a palm strike, generally it will be hitting either center of the chest, your sternum, right here, or the center of your stomach, or the side right above the hip bone. Most of the time that'll be where the palms go, if you're targeting. So you can learn where to target them. Just, it's fairly simple. Thank you for watching. The next video will be the 64 palms. It will be a 3-part video. So thanks for watching, and have a good day.